Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Atrium Health Ballpark for today's matchup between the Rochester Yellow Jackets and Berry College Vikings. At this time, may everybody please rise for the national anthem, and gentlemen, remove your caps. On the mound for the Vikings, number 33, Jackson Collette.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Atrium Health Ballpark as we're back for the final day of the D3 Showcase here in Kannapolis, North Carolina. I'm Tim Siegel, your head groundskeeper, broadcasting here for you today. This is not my normal profession, so be nice to me in the comments. We've got Rochester against Berry College here. Little delay here. Sorry about that. Field was frozen this morning. Can't play on a frozen field. First pitch is in there for a called strike. If you've ever played golf, you get some frost delays. We have those in baseball as well. Rochester coming off an exciting win yesterday as they went 10 innings. Berry College won their game as well. These are the only two teams that are undefeated in this showcase. So I guess you can call this our championship game.
The unofficial championship game.
And that voice that you hear right there is the #1 bachelor in Kannapolis, North Carolina, Mr. Matthew Millward.
Great to be here this morning. Beautiful morning here in Kannapolis, North Carolina.
Here for strike 2.
So, self-admittedly, I did miss your home run call last night, Tim, but I did have a chance to review it, and it was a great call.
I think if you're listening in the comments and you did hear the home run call last night, I know you might be biased if you're a Rochester fan, but I think we need to put in the comments if I deserve a raise on that, and I think Mr. Millward can make something happen.
Or you deserve to get fired, one or the other?
I mean, either one, but I don't think that's a fireable offense, sir. I think that was a pretty good call.
Yeah, it was an exciting game.
As this ball is driven out to right center field, center fielder's under it, can of corn.
So, Tim, after seeing both games yesterday, who you like today? Who you got in this matchup?
I'm going to go with Berry just because of how they play baseball. Rochester's a very strong team, and they play very good fundamental baseball, and they are very patient at the plate. But Berry they like to bunt a lot, and that puts a lot of pressure on the defense. As Eli Fugit, our clubhouse manager of the year last year, chimes in on YouTube and asks if this is my first frost delay I've been a part of.
Good question.
I believe so. I've delayed some practices, but never a game. This one's popped straight up. First baseman is under it. Sun is beaming right now, so it's a little hard to see. I've got my sunglasses on here in the press box.
Now batting number 5, Colby Cruiser.
Actually, not a bad crowd for this early in the morning either.
And the best name in the showcase is up to bat, Colby Cruiser.
Colby Cruiser.
If you guys are listening, don't hesitate to put any questions, comments, or shout-outs into the chat. We'll be more than happy to read them and answer those for you, as that's a one pitch out there and a quick top of the first here for Berry. We'll head to the bottom of the first, and we'll be right back with you here in Kannapolis.
On the mound for the Yellow Jackets, number 24, Dylan Bevan.
Welcome back to downtown Kannapolis, 30 minutes north of Charlotte here in the beautiful North Carolina. We're in here for Game 6 of 7 in the D3 showcase. Berry and Rochester, both the two undefeated teams in this showcase. I'm Tim Siegel. I'm the head groundskeeper for the Kannapolis Cannonballers, just trying to kill some dead airwaves here. So if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to put them in the chat. I have it pulled up. Be more than happy to answer them for you. Started at 9:30, not 9 today, as we had a frost delay to begin this one. Charles Pileski comes to lead things off here for Berry College. First pitch in there for a strike. This is a free event, so if you are in the area, don't hesitate to come by the ballpark. Watch some free baseball. This pitch is fouled straight back, moving the count to 0-2. Like I said, don't hesitate to throw some questions in there. Our front office is doing jobs we don't normally do. I'm the head groundskeeper on the broadcast. Our GM, Matt Millward, will be on and off the broadcast with me as well. This pitch is fouled straight back. I'm also accompanied to my right by the wonderful, everybody's third favorite person in the office, Abigail Miller, who is our director of events. So if you guys want to come here and do a birthday party or fantasy football drafts, you can hit up Abigail Miller in our office. That pitch is in the dirt, 1-2 the count. Down to my left, running the PA, our 17th favorite person in the office, Alex Sufert. Alex handles a lot of our birthdays and groups and whatnot for our game. So if you guys want to have a birthday party out here at a game, don't hesitate to reach out to him, as this one's fouled off to the right side. Count still 1-2. Next to Alex down there, we've got my other counterpart that's been here from start to finish. The one, the only Trace Whitley. He's the one handling the stream. He's the reason why everything is visual to you guys. All the cameras and everything go along with him, as this one's popped up. First baseman's tracking back towards the bullpen. Cannot make the play. Gets a little tricky out there when you get into the bullpen area. You've got the bullpen tarp. You've got the mound creating some elevation for you, going into some unfamiliar territory. And then next to Trace down there, we have, I've got to be very careful how I say this, she's our HR department, Morgan Will. I'll still always call her Howden, but recently married to the guy in the gold vest at our games. Congratulations to them. Yeah. And then the other person I have seen glimpses of around, he is the big sexy of big sexies, Austin McIntyre, who is our director of operations, as that ball is lined out to right field. Austin handles everything facility-wise.
Now batting number 5.
So if you don't like
Joey
how soft
Garcia.
the toilet paper is, he's the guy we'll complain to. We have one out here in the bottom of the first, bringing up Joey Garcia. As Matt makes his way back here to the...
Yeah, we've got our A-team on the broadcast this morning. We know this is a big game here.
Denny asked about the wind. It is not very windy today. It has died down a little bit. So the flags are not blowing currently, but as experience from water in the field, just because the flags aren't blowing doesn't mean it's not very windy. Flags will blow in one direction, water will be going in
Now,
another
Tim, I
direction.
have to imagine in the ninth last night, that Generals home run, that had to carry because of the wind, because I know game one, the wind was blowing out to right.
100%. That ball, I think it would have been gone either way, but it would not have hit the building.
So it literally hit the building.
It was one hop the building. Looks like there's a window out there as this ball's grounded back up the middle for a single. And Barry's got something going here. It looks like, I don't know if that's a door that's open or if maybe it broke the window, but it hit in that general area.
Huh.
Now batting number 47, Nick
And
Brunswick.
Rochester actually had a deep fly ball to left field that got held up by the wind that would have been crushed. As Nick Brunswick makes his way to the plate. Runner on first, one out here in the bottom of the first.
Beautiful morning for baseball.
First pitch to Brunswick. Down for ball one. We had a little bit of weather situations Thursday and Friday, but the weather has turned out to be beautiful and is making for beautiful baseball here in North Carolina.
You also didn't reintroduce our beautiful bat dog that's already crying.
Yes, we did. We are, as this ball is laced down the left field line. It's going to be a single. Runners on first and second, and Berry College has got something cooking here. Yes, we do have our beautiful bat dog behind us. She is yelling at us in the background because she wants her tennis ball. Casey Betty. She has the most energy of all of us in the office after 6 games.
Her energy doesn't stop.
No, it does not. Some would say she gets a sugar rush, to be nice. As Riley Lewis is making his way to the plate. First pitch to him, just a bit inside. Fun fact today, Matt. First base umpire was an umpire in the Carolina League last year.
Ah.
He is out of Durham, North Carolina, which is about 2 hours north.
Old's looking to get on track this weekend.
1-0 pitch, rolled fair, throw across the diamond. First baseman can't handle it. Runner on second. Ball goes out of play. Dead. Are we calling it foul?
Now batting number 22, Levi Cloud.
Not quite sure what just happened. The runner is safe at first. Runner moves over to third, and somebody is out.
So was that an error?
There may have been some interference there on that play. So one thing you get when you come into D3 and the lower levels of baseball, you get to see plays you don't normally see. As this ball is lined just past the diving second baseman, that's going to score a run. Runner's attempted backdoor at second base, but he's back in there safely.
Oh, shoot.
Ball is laced by Levi Cloud. Gets him an RBI single. Runners on first and second with 2 outs.
I messed up.
Now batting number 53, Andrew Pendleton.
Got another fun fact for you, Matt. My returning groundskeeper today, Mr. Sawyer Helms, is coming off a record-setting 3.1-mile run over at Pfeiffer College. He broke their school record for time. First pitch to Andrew Pendleton is in there for a ball. One 0 pitch, up and away, 2-0 the count.
I'm doing the string.
Casey.
I've been occupying her. She's been in there with the string with me. We've been playing with the tennis ball.
Andrew Pendleton looking to continue the 2-out rally here.
So it is 1-0?
Pitch inside, 3-0 the count. 2-1 the count, sorry. Umpire held up 3-0 and then came back with different fingers. Pitch on the way, called strike. 3-2 the count. Sorry about that, folks. We were still scoring the interference play and then got crossed up here with the umpire's count. 3-2 pitch on the way to Pendleton. Runners are going. Ball's hit to the shortstop. Throw across the diamond. High throw. First baseman's able to handle it. They'll get out of the inning. Barry gets one here in the bottom of the first. We're headed to the top of the second here in Kannapolis.
Now batting number 16, Josh Leadham.
Back here in North Carolina, Alex Knapp's mom is watching, cheering her son on. Glad to have you. Eli asked what I think of the berry blues. I like those colors.
Yeah, I like the Blues today.
Let's get the blue pants to go with it and be like the old Royals uniforms. As the first pitch to Josh Leadham's up for ball one. Lisa says Carolina blue is her favorite color. Mine would have to be Miami green and orange. The next pitch is...
I'm a red, white, and blue kind of guy.
Yeah. Did you get that hat because it's Penn State colors?
No, it's our D3 showcase exclusive merchandise.
Matt's got exclusive merchandise going, which coincidentally is Penn State colors as well. He went to Penn State, for those of you that are confused about that reference, as this ball is driven out to left field. Left fielder's got a beat on it. Make an easy catch there for the first out of the inning.
Now,
Eli is saying the
number
uniforms
4,
are
Alec
sick.
Ellison.
Well, you do the laundry, Eli. You might want to get him some medicine. Throw some dad jokes out there. Hope Don Petreri is listening. As Alec Ellison is making his way to the plate. First pitch, breaking ball, in there for a strike. Oh, 1 pitch on the way. Up and in, ball one. Pretty decent crowd here this morning. Some fans trickling in, taking their walks through downtown Kannapolis. Season ticket holders in there. This ball's grounded to the shortstop, thrown across the diamond for out number 2. Some of our local season ticket holders that like to hang out with us are in the building.
Now batting number 32, Quincy Yacht.
Alex Sufer sounds like a natural on the PA over there.
Again, we have our A-team
We
here
do.
for us today.
So Quincy Jocks is at the plate. Alex is a big NASCAR fan.
Yox.
His favorite driver is Luigi from Super Mario. As Casey is yelling at us again. This pitch is driven out to center. Center fielder's under it, and that'll end the inning. Quick 1-2-3 inning here for Berry College, looking to see if they can add to their lead here in the bottom of the second.
Now batting number 15.
Back here at Atrium Health Ballpark as Garrett Lane makes his way to the plate to lead off bottom of the second for Berry College. Rochester fans do travel well, Kenneth. And
Lang
they-
coming off a 2-for-4 performance yesterday.
Not bad. His first pitch is in there for a called strike.
1-for-4 the day before.
Rochester has some massive size pitchers. They had 2 guys yesterday. One was 6'6" and one was 6'4", and that's massive. As this pitch is driven back up the middle for a leadoff single.
Yeah. That'll make Lang 5 for 9 this weekend, I believe.
Way to start off your season. Berry College will head back home after this and get ready for a tournament at their school this weekend and start conference games next weekend. Henny Smith is listening in, cheering on her son, Cinch Smith. Hope I said that right. If I didn't, we'll blame it on Abigail Miller next to me, as Alex Knapp makes his way to the plate.
Wonder if Victor the Viking's listening in this morning.
As we have a bunt here, beautiful bunt onto first. He's out, moved the runner up to second. Berry College loves to bunt the baseball. Talking to their manager before the game and said, I love the small ball. And he said, it's not small ball, it's baseball. And I don't know why we didn't do it more against Susquehanna. I don't think he necessarily gives them the bunt signs. His guys just have the green light to do it. He trusts all his players. Watching him interact with them was nice.
Coach Beasley loves the small ball, loves to run when he can. Just a baseball mind over there at the third base coaching box.
First pitch to Bethel, in there for a ball. Runner on second, 1 out.
Tell you what, for going 0-4 in our D3 showcase last year, Berry came with their A game this year.
They did, and they've got a very young team, as that's a swinging bunt. High throw, first baseman holds on to it, moves the runner over to third. 2 outs, runner on third here.
Now batting number 9, Charles Pulaski.
So currently Berry sitting at 6-2. Great record to start the year.
It is. Said that they have a very young team over there at Berry.
A Berry young team?
A very young team. See what you did there? It was unbelievable. We have our Bull Weevils nights here. Throwback to the Piedmont Bull Weevils. Back in the day here in Kannapolis. So Charles Pulaski takes the first pitch for a ball. We have a lot of fun here in Kannapolis during our season. If you guys are ever in the area, come by for a minor league game. We're the low A affiliate of the White Sox. So that pitch is outside for ball 2. Tim Elko, who came through here, hit a home run in his first big league spring training game. Colson Montgomery getting some starts in big league spring training. Brian Ramos letting our birdies fly to the big leagues, as that pitch is in there for a strike. Who's been your favorite player to come through here since we've been the Cannonballers?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I mean, it was cool to see Colson Montgomery play last year. I would say I really like Jordan Sprinkle.
Yeah, Jordan was a cool guy. As the sisters of Tommy Bethel are watching from Atlanta, welcome in. Again, if you guys have any questions, comments, or shout-outs, don't hesitate to put them in there. Be more than happy to answer any questions you have. Jordan was a cool one. Mario Camaletti was one of my favorite. He was a really nice kid. Hope he does well this year. That pitch is in there for strike 2, 3-2 the count.
I'm curious how many students from Rochester or Berry are tuned in with us this beautiful Sunday morning here at 9:56 a.m.
If they went to the bathroom, they might be hearing us. If they had to run to the clubhouse, they might be hearing us. As the 3-2 pitch is
Ooh,
up
that one was close.
I think the hitter sold that one a little bit, the way he got out of the box. Catcher did a great job framing that.
Now batting number 5.
I think this game's going to have lots of intensity as it goes on.
Joey Garcia on his way to the plate. I think so, too. Both teams want to stay 3-0 for the showcase. Both teams want to take the long road trip back home.
Rochester's still undefeated for the season.
Wow.
2-0. You want to talk about a great way to start the season? Both these teams, 6-2, 2-0.
Fake steal, fake punt, nothing doing, called strike.
I couldn't sleep last night. I was so excited for this game. After the way last night finished?
I couldn't sleep last night. I was so cold. Took me a while to defrost after the game. My 3-wheel doesn't have a windshield when you try to drag it. That's a high swinging strike.
Apparently it took the field even longer to unfrost this morning.
It did. If you ever play golf, you know you get some frost delays. Our third base umpire is actually a superintendent at a golf course.
Interesting.
Yeah. You're a groundskeeper. You get to say hi to the most interesting people. Runner on the move, swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll end the inning. Nothing doing for Berry College here in the bottom of the second, and we're going to head to the top of the third here, 1-0 Berry. Back here at Atrium Health Ballpark, John Capriati and his family cheering on Luke Gregory.
Now batting number 8, Ethan Jaquette.
As Ethan Jaquette makes his way to the plate to lead off the inning, shows bunt, popped foul. 0-1 the count. Joined here, Tim Siegel, head groundskeeper for the Kannapolis Cannonballers, joined along with our general manager, Matt Millward.
So I want to learn more about this umpire that's a golf superintendent.
0-1 pitch, swung on and missed, 0-2. Not sure, he came up to me and when I introduced myself on Thursday to him, and they said he's me but at a golf course. And I said, cool. And he said he's a superintendent, and we talked a little bit about frost delays and that close pitch for ball 1, and we talked about squiggly lines on GPS markings on golf courses. Superintendents get a GPS printout or a visual, kind of like those spaghetti models for hurricanes that tell them how the carts take their paths through the golf course, as that ball is fouled to the first base bullpen.
So one cool thing about University of Rochester is their golf team. Their home golf course is like a nationally renowned golf course, Oak Hill Country Club.
It's awesome.
So their East course was designed by Donald Ross.
Just a bit high.
And the course has hosted the 1995 Ryder Cup, and it's hosted the PGA Championship in 23, 13, and 03.
Have you played there?
I wish I could have, but
2-2 pitch on the way. Ball popped foul. First baseman's going back. Seems to maybe have lost it off the base of the fence.
But imagine having like a major golf course as your home golf course. I mean, it's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. I played
Only
golf in high
nine,
school,
only
Matt.
9 miles from Tower Field.
I played golf in high school. Matt, my home golf course was not a PGA Tour course. It was a practice course, but that was the extent. But that was well before I was born. It's the 2-2 pitch is on the way. Swung on, grounded to the third baseman. He's up with it. Throw across the diamond. High throw, stays on the bag. That's going to be out number 1.
Ethan was trucking it down the line.
Now batting number 9.
Rochester still looking for their first hit. First base runner. Little bingo bango bongo.
Will Waters' family is joined in, watching the game on the stream. Welcome. As Luke Gregory squares the bunt, pulls back, called strike. Everybody watching from Atlanta. You going to go visit the Brave Stadium this year, Matt?
I don't know. We'll see.
His pitch is driven out to left. It's going to be fouled down into the ground shop. Hope my guys didn't get hit in the head down there. If they did, we'll have a laugh attack.
So the one ballpark I definitely need to make it to this year is Oakland, believe it or not.
Okay.
Trying to get to every major league ballpark, and this might be my last year chance to go see Oakland, so gonna have to throw that one on the list.
Pitch is up, ball 1.
What's one ballpark you haven't been to that you want to go to, Tim?
All of them. I would really love to go to Wrigley. That's one of the big ones
Yeah.
on my bucket list. I'd love to watch a game in Philly. I have not watched a game there, but I've been to the ballpark.
Have you been to Fenway?
I have been to Fenway. That was my graduation present when I graduated high school. As runner on first here for Rochester.
Is that a hit by pitch there?
Now batting number 9, Matt.
A walk?
Yeah. So he was walked. Number 9, Matt Reith, coming up to the plate. You would think with having some of the connections I have in Major League Baseball, I would have been to more ballparks, but working in baseball makes it a little hard as the first pitch is in the dirt. I've been to the old Atlanta Stadium when I was like 10, and the new one. No, I have not been to the new one. Correction. Drove by it. That's close enough, right? One-0 pitch in there for a called strike. What is your favorite ballpark that you've been to?
I always put Wrigley and Fenway as top two. And I would say inside the ballpark, I like Fenway, the confines. But with Wrigleyville,
Runner going, ball fouled back.
Wrigleyville, to have a couple drinks before the game or have a few after, or just the atmosphere experience in Wrigleyville tied in with the Cubs game is second to none.
My wife says you have to take the subway when you go to Wrigley. Says the subway is the best way to go, and if they win, it's the best way to go home. If they don't win, don't take the subway.
So a couple years ago, it rarely happens, but I was actually able to do a Cubs game in the afternoon and a White Sox game that night.
Nice. As this ball is popped to shallow right field. Right fielder's under it to make the play. 2 outs here in the top of the third.
It was a lot of baseball for one day, but I did it because I always wanted to say I could do it.
Julio Gonzalez comes in with a question here. What is the grass type, and will Atrium Health Ballpark host a single-A all-star game as Sammy Betstry comes to the plate? We don't have the all-star game in minor league baseball currently.
Anymore.
It stopped with COVID, but there's a chance they could bring it back.
If they were to bring it back, I could guarantee you we'd be first on the list to host. And we actually had a bid lined up prior to COVID. So we did host the Savannah Bananas last year, which was pretty cool.
Runner going, high throw, he's in there.
Tim was a big fan of the Savannah Bananas.
I was a big fan of Savannah Bananas. I have never seen a batting practice of about 50
circus
grown
performers
men only wearing shorts. No socks, no shoes, no shirt. It was very interesting, to say the least, but they were all very good people.
No shoes, no shirt, lots of bananas.
To say the least. And to answer your question, Julio, we have latitude 36, which is a form of Bermuda grass, overseeded with ryegrass. So we're green because we're overseeded with rye. As the 0-2 pitch is handcuffed to the right side. Second baseman's up with it for the out. Berry College gets out of it here in the top of the third. Looking to add to their lead in the bottom of the third. It's 1-0 Berry.
Now batting number 47, Nick Brunswick.
Throw down to second, and Rochester's ready to start the bottom of the third here as Nick Brunswick makes his way to the plate. Julio, we're hoping to get the All-Star game back here. Those are always cool and fun experiences. I hosted one at my time in Miami when I worked for the Marlins in 2017. So they're always fun to be a part of. A lot of work, very exhausting, but it's a great experience. Everybody's very cool with it. Everybody's excited to be there. As the first pitch to Brunswick is in there for a called strike.
Brunswick, a bright spot for the Berry lineup. 69 hits last year.
That's great as this ball is driven to shallow right center field for a single. Berry with a leadoff single once again.
Puts Brunswick 2 for 2. You know, Tim, we are going to have to pick an MVP at the end of the game here.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Or at least at the end of the showcase, we'll have to name an MVP, but I think it's obviously going to come from one of these two teams.
Yeah, it would have to. These two teams are undefeated. These two teams have...
I do feel bad for our current batter, number 8, Riley Oles.
And why is that?
The entire weekend, his name on the video board has been Huis. Little typo with the I and the L.
Interesting. I did not.
I think he's just relished it though.
Pickoff attempt at first. Nothing doing. I think the MVP of this weekend, given how the last two showcases have gone here, needs to be the weather. We have had beautiful weather, and it has not been raining the entire showcase like it has the last 2 years as that pitch is up to move the count to 1-1. If you're just tuning in, Tim Siegel, head groundskeeper of the Kannapolis Cannonballers, alongside Matt Millward, the general manager of the Kannapolis Cannonballers.
All's 3 for 11 this weekend.
This pitch is driven out to center field. Center fielder's backtracking. Makes the play. Runner first is going to have to go back.
Make that 3 for 12.
If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to throw them into the chat. I'm more than happy to answer them for you. As Levi Cloud makes his way to the plate.
Cloud's not having a bad weekend, 4 for 11.
Still crazy to think that you could be 30% in baseball and be a Hall of Famer. Tells you how hard the sport is. That pitch is swung on and missed. But that's only as a player. If you're 30% in the office, we're doing something bad. Pickoff attempt, nothing.
Tim, have you ever been to Camden Yards? Back to our ballpark discussion.
I have not, surprisingly, since I worked for the Oras at their spring training site and had the ability to get free tickets. But I do want to make it out there. Nicole Sherry does a great job out there as that ball is swung on and missed. Runner steals. Ball gets by the second baseman. He's going to attempt to get to third, and he's going to be in there safely. Little stumble coming up off the bag, but he was still able to recover and get to third. 1 out, runner on third now. 0-2 the count. But I have not been to Camden Yards and would love to go out there. Here, it's a beautiful ballpark, beautiful setting.
Definitely one of my favorites.
Parker, I will definitely make sure to tell Barry's pitching coach that his mustache looks pristine. Love a good mustache. Our mascot has a fantastic mustache on him. That pitch is up. 1-2 the count.
Mustachioed.
Mustachioed Boomer. Love Boomer. Boomer's been hibernating. He'll hopefully make an appearance for opening day. As the 1-2 pitch is fouled back.
Scoreboard operators struggling a little bit this morning.
Yeah, got a little bit of struggles going on, but, you know, like I said, we're all doing different jobs here to run this. It's a free showcase, open to the public, and everybody in our front office is pitching in, doing something different that they're not used to doing. This ball's driven out to left. It's got the height. It's got the distance.
That's out of here.
Home run, Levi Cloud, 2-run shot. 3-0 Berry College.
That's definitely, that might have been our deepest home run of the showcase thus far. Cloud driving it out to left.
He hit it to the clouds. Had a way to do it right there. Good thing the wind died down. Yesterday, that ball might not have gotten out.
Man, the Berry dugout is hyped.
As Andrew Pendleton looks to continue the rally here. First pitch in there for a strike. Yes, Miss Miller, it is 3-0. Berry College. Our events coordinator is fantastic at setting up tables and chairs, but is not very good on the scoreboard, but it's okay. We're all here to learn as that ball swung on and missed. Organized in her office, not so organized on the scoreboard. We're going to try to get her on the broadcast here.
I think we will at some
I think
point.
if we get enough hearts in the broadcast, I think we can get her on.
She will come on the broadcast today.
She'll have no choice if our GM's saying so.
Goes down as a 3 unassisted on the last play. Yellow Jackets need to get bats in action here. Keep this a close game.
Mama Cardamon and Lancaster following along. Alex Knapp is her grandson.
Alex, good little player.
Berry College gets some action going in their bullpen. Pitches in there for a called strike.
Tim, do we ever figure out why the Yellow Jackets are called the Yellow Jackets? I know we asked viewers one of the games yesterday, but
I don't recall, but that ball is driven out to right for a can of corn, and I think we'll do some research here on the break. 3-0 Berry College headed to the top of the fourth. Grounds crew makes her way out the field after the between-inning drag here in the top of the fourth. Berry College, home run by Levi Cloud, extending their lead to 3-0. As Jackson Reed makes his way to the plate. Julio asks when Towel City Tavern will open. We are hoping it'll be open by opening day. We're still waiting to get the keys from the building. They've still got some construction going on that they've got to finish up over there.
Jackson Reed out of California. It's quite the recruiting trip. Wonder what made him choose Rochester.
Julio's going to take his Ballers gear to Canada when he visits the Blue Jays.
I love it. Rogers Center, cool ballpark, actually. And actually, that ballpark's getting a nice renovation in the outfield. Nice. So, Julio, you'll really enjoy that trip out there.
Pitch lined out to center. Leadoff single for Rochester.
First hit of the game, yeah.
Now batting number 5, Colby Cruz.
It was a little cold this morning, so maybe they just needed these bats to warm up a little bit.
You might. It hurts when you connect with a metal bat in Cold weather. Never been a big fan of metal bats.
Well, it brings our favorite Colby Cruiser to the plate. Colby, another West Coaster out of Littleton, Colorado.
Runner's on the move. Ball is dropped. He's in there safely. Runner on second here.
Stolen base for Reed.
Cruiser family. Whoever came up with the Colby Cruiser for the name, you did a fantastic job. That is an awesome name. Runner on second. One strike on Cruiser. The pitch. Line to second. Runner gets back safely.
Now batting number 16, Josh Leadham.
Josh Leadham making his way to the plate. What is your least favorite ballpark, Matt?
I was not a fan. You're not going to like this. I was not a fan of the Marlins ballpark.
I would not disagree with you. It's too commercialized for me. Working on it's great.
I was just disappointed. It was such it's a beautiful ballpark. It's just not activated. It was just dead.
Right.
Like, entire outfield of concession stands and stuff, and everything's closed down. Like,
Right.
I don't know. It's just, I was underwhelmed.
Yeah, they've been making a lot of changes there lately. Is 2-0 count here to let them. They've been making a lot of changes here lately, so hopefully that changes up in there. They've gone through some ownership changes and investor changes, and there's been some stuff happening. Our Tim Anderson, who played for Kannapolis Intimidators, signed with the Marlins recently as this ball is chopped to the third baseman, thrown across the diamond. He does a great job to look the runner back to second to get the second out of the inning. Tim Anderson just signing with the Marlins. Had him on social media the other day. They were excited about him.
I thought you were going to say he's part of the chat this morning.
That would be pretty cool too, but I believe they have practice right now. It is spring training. And they are in the sun.
Well, it's actually 7:20 in the morning out there.
He is in Jupiter, Florida.
Ah.
White Sox are in Arizona. Marlins are in Jupiter, Florida. About 3 hours north of their ballpark with no traffic, and about 7 days with their normal traffic.
Alec Ellison at the plate for Rochester. Tell you what, Alec's headshot gives me Peyton Manning vibes.
Yes, it definitely does. As Julio says, the Bobblehead Museum is the only part he likes about Marlins Park. As somebody that worked for the Marlins, I can say that the ballpark has a lot to it. As that ball gets away from the catcher, runner's going to move up 90 feet. It's just a matter of executing. Like I said, they're doing a lot of changes out there. A lot of behind-the-scene changes, which is making things better. Doing a lot more in the community. Everything is going to the Spanish side, being that they are in Miami, though. This pitch is swung on and missed.
Be a big one to run to push across here for Rochester.
Kenneth is in here complimenting Rochester and how they do their recruiting, how they have players from all over the
country.
country.
I think it's great. I think it's great.
Pitch is outside, 3-2 the count. Yeah, a lot of times it's good to go outside your local areas to recruit.
Well, even Ellison at the plate, hometown Arlington, Virginia.
Nice. 3-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Gets out of a little bit of a jam there after giving up the first hit of the ball game. We're headed to the bottom of the fourth. Berry College leading 3-0. Back here at Atrium Health Ballpark in Kannapolis, North Carolina. Berry College set to try to extend their lead here, leading 3-0 in the bottom of the fourth. Alex Knapp coming to the plate. Levi Cloud with a big 2-run shot in the third.
Big 2-run shot.
As first pitch to Knapp is in there for a ball. As our bat dog Casey Betty comes back and joins us and pulls me out of my chair here with her tail. Yellow Labs has some strong tails. 1-0 pitch in there for a called strike. As our events coordinator here hands me the tennis ball that Casey Betty has been eating. Chopped it right in half as that pitch is fouled straight down. Fun fact about Miss Miller running the scoreboard. She won some kind of USA championship or something in volleyball. We're going to get her on the broadcast.
We might have to have her on the air to learn more about that. We've got a national champion in the room with us right now.
We have a national champion, a Penn State band grad, and a dirt nerd, all sitting in a line here.
And a famous celebrity dog.
A famous celebrity dog that was on MLB Network.
She was.
As that pitch hits Knapp. As Forrest Gump would say, right into buttocks.
Napped him on the arm.
As Tommy Bethel makes his way to the plate. So we've got 170 people watching, and we've had about 3 questions. I know somebody's got to ask something here about the field, Kannapolis, North Carolina.
Baseball. Ballparks.
Pitches away to Bethel.
Bethel, just a freshman. Starting right out the gate.
Hey, throw him in the fire. It's the only way you're going to get better.
Hopefully his parents, Jenny and Tom, are listening this morning.
Pitch on the way, squares the bunt, called strike. I hear the blowers in the background. Sounds like the city is up and active here, downtown Kannapolis.
I'm super pumped that we have literally season ticket holders hanging out for this early morning, quote-unquote, championship game.
Yeah. Good old Denny Oxidine out there. He changed up his beer of choice the other day, Matt. He went with a Yingling. Very impressive from Denny. We love Denny. He does our K-zone during the games for us. He puts up all the strikeout Ks out there in the picnic area, which the players love. They like to see how many strikeouts they
We should have given them a team to cheer for today so they could have lined up the Ks.
We should have. 0-2 pitch to Bethel on the way. Runner going. Pitch called strike.
I think they got Knapp. I think Knapp was napping. He was.
We got to strike him out, throw him out.
Now batting number 9, Charles Pulaski.
Knapp just didn't seem like he got a great jump on that.
It almost
But
looks like
big credit to the catcher.
Not sure if it was
Reith,
it was strike 3. I'm not sure why he didn't swing. The pitch looked pretty good. But nonetheless, it's a strike him out, throw him out as Charles Pulaski takes the first pitch high.
No.
Rochester wearing the same uniforms as yesterday. The dark gray pin with blue pinstripes. As Berry College is in powder blue jerseys with white pants. 1-1 the count.
Our scoreboard operator's husband is also a baseball coach. You think she'd know a little bit more about baseball, but not so much.
This ball is lined out to left center field to end the inning. Headed to the top of the 5th inning. Berry College up 3-0. Umpire signals 2 more pitches before we're going to start this inning. As Walker Brook asked the favorite meal of the day. Walker, I have not eaten today, so meal of the day, I'm not sure what it's going to be or what it is. I'm not a very picky eater. Might be in the mood for some sushi tonight, but see what my wife's got cooking in the kitchen when I get home. And Lumber Pad asks, the large buildings in the background. Matt, you want to go over those?
Yeah, so that is, well, the big buildings that you're seeing is what we call in Kannapolis here as the research campus. So pretty much every large university from UNC Chapel Hill to Duke, Wake Forest, you name it, all the big universities have a presence in one of those buildings. And the studies focus on food and nutrition. So a lot of graduate students here in Kannapolis, a lot of universities represented, and a lot of new technologies.
Yep, as the 1-0 pitch is lined out to the left fielder, right at him. First out here. And the building you see in right field, upper level is going to be apartments. Second level is going to be a little bit of an event space or something they're still trying to figure out with, but it's going to have our team offices in there. We're sliding over there from across the street. And then the lower levels is going to be Towel City Tavern and our team store and our box office. As Ethan Drunkett squares to bunt.
Great bunt.
Ball's going to stay down the line.
Bunt.
They're going to look to see if it goes foul. But the groundskeeper did his job once again. 5 for 5 on balls down the line this weekend. Takedown. I got to get excited every time that happens. Be an infield hit for Ethan.
So you're saying that bunt cost the team $10,000 of great field work?
It's great field work. Fantastic field work. Base paths are flat. Ball stays true.
Casey.
Just go ahead and say somebody owes the groundskeeper steak dinner there, as Berry College has some action in their bullpen. First pitch to Robert Constantine is in there for a ball. Rochester's got some action as well.
Constantine out of Weston, Connecticut.
My dad's from Connecticut. 1-0 pitch on the way. Runner going. Pitch high. Ball.
They got Chuck. Oh, he dropped the ball.
Shortstop could not hang on to the ball. It's going to be a stolen base for Ethan. Uses his wheels to get down the line on a bunt. Uses his wheels to move up 90 feet. Runner in scoring position here with 1 out.
Look at the stash on Constantine.
It's a pretty good stash.
Yeah.
Wonder if he still got it or if that was specifically for senior pictures. Pitch is driven. Second baseman dives, makes a play. Gets the out at first. 2 outs. Runner will move up 90 feet. 2 outs. Runner at third.
Garcia, great play at second base there.
Now batting number 9, Matt Reed.
Yep, big shout out here in the chat for Eli Fugit, behind the scenes, clubhouse manager of the year for the Carolina League last year. Making sure all the teams have clean uniforms taken care of down there. All the stuff you don't see going on a regular basis. He's here putting in long hours as the first pitch to Matt Reith is fouled back. Eli puts in the long hours from first thing in the morning to first thing in the morning once again before he gets to go home. So this pitch is popped up to the right side. First baseman over. Just out of the reach.
Interesting fact about Reith at the plate, his brother also attended Rochester, was a member of the Yellow Jackets baseball program. And his brother actually earned 3 all-conference honors. Following in his brother's footsteps.
As Casey Betty jumps up on the window next to me to say hi.
Got him. Great way to get out of the inning. Colette battled there.
Going to head to the bottom of the 6th. Berry College still leading 3-0.
Bottom of the 5th, correction.
Bottom of the 5th, sorry. Still leading 3-0.
Reminder to return all foul balls and home runs to the dugouts, please. Now on the mound for Rochester, number 21, Matthew Greer.
Matthew Greer set to take the mound here for Rochester in the bottom of the 5th.
Now batting number 5, Joey Garcia.
As Joey Garcia steps up to the plate for Berry College as they look to extend their lead. Berry College, 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors. Yellow Jackets, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. First pitch to Joey in the dirt. Matt, what's a fun fact about you the office doesn't know that we're about to find out?
Well, nobody knew. I bet nobody on our staff knows I've been to 2 Chicago baseball games in one day. I've scratched off a $20,000 lottery ticket.
Did you win, though?
Yep.
How much?
My parents won, but they let me scratch off the ticket, and I scratched it off, and it was $20K.
If that pitch hits him, he'll make his way down to first. Nice. Bet Taxes had a good hand in that one.
Oh, they did.
Now batting number 47, Nick Brunswick.
It's about 10 years old. Christmas Eve.
Nice. Nick Brunswick makes his way to the plate. Did that go into your college fund?
You could say that. Brunswick's having a great weekend so far.
First pitch to him is fouled back.
First game of the showcase, Brunswick was 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Yesterday, 3 for 5 with another RBI. And today, 2 for 2.
As that pitch hits him in the shoulder. Back-to-back hit by pitches here to start the 5th, bottom of the 5th. As Colby Cruiser's dad says that he takes 20% of the credit for naming Colby, and gives the other 80% to his mom.
Well, we love it. Name of the showcase thus far.
We're going to have runners on first and second here after the mound visit with no outs. Back-to-back hit by pitches by the new pitcher.
Casey.
As Casey Betty's getting riled up here in the press box. She had her nap overnight, and she's looking for somebody to play with.
Yellow Jackets can't let this game get out of hand here.
They cannot. They need to find a way to stop this if they want to stay in it. Both teams are undefeated here in the D3 showcase.
Yellow Jackets undefeated period, 2-0 record. Again, Barry coming in hot as well, starting the season 6-2.
Squares to bunt, gets it down. That's going to move the runners up 90 feet. First out of the inning there. Great
Again,
bunt.
yeah, Tim, we've talked about it all weekend. Barry playing the small ball.
Yeah, they love to bunt. They play baseball the right way. As Walker Burke wants to know who's going to grow a better playoff beard if the Cannonballers made the playoffs, me or you. And I think by the time the Cannonballers do make the playoffs, I will finally be able to grow a beard. But until then, I can't grow one. But Matt's got a pretty good one going on himself right now. As Levi Cloud comes up to the plate, he's got a 2-run shot in this game. Back in the third inning. Berry College still with some action in their bullpen. Rochester looks like they've got somebody getting loose out there as well. Infield is playing in with runners on second and third. Pitch fouled straight back. So, Matt, do we have a teaser item coming to our team store this year that you can share with us?
A little bit. Ordered some new Nike gear that I'm pretty pumped about.
This pitch is up and over the catcher's head. Run's going to score. Other runner's going to move up to third. 4-0 Barry.
Tim, what do you think? Wild pitch or pass ball on that one?
Wild pitch. Catcher had no chance. All the catchers for Rochester have had fantastic games behind the plate. That one was just a bit out of his reach. So Cloud takes the 2-1 pitch. Popped up.
Is that going to be deep enough to get him in? I think they're going to test his arm here in right.
They're not. He bluffs, doesn't go. First baseman lets it go through, doesn't cut it off. You got a 4-run lead here. You can go either way with that if you're Berry College. No sense in taking a chance there of injury and whatnot. It was a great throw by the right fielder. One hop to the catcher. Andrew Pendleton swinging at the first pitch, fouled back towards our playground here. Got a nice playground out here at Atrium Health Ballpark. We're on the third base side. We are a public park when there are no paid events going on. So you can come bring the kids to the ballpark. Let them run around the playground. That pitch is outside, taken for a ball. 1-1 the count. We are pet friendly, so dogs are allowed to come around the concourse.
Pendleton, a senior, out of Dallas, Georgia, that is. Big hack.
Pitch on the way, swung on and missed. Rochester gets out of a little bit of a jam there, but they still give up 4-0, headed to the top of the 6th. Berry leading.
Now on the mound for Berry, number 24, Brady Green.
Number 24, Brady Green, takes the bump for Berry College here in the top of the 6th. Walker Brook asks, best college stadium facility in the country. It's a toss-up. A lot of places have beautiful places, and with NCAA coming in with some regulations, a lot of it's kind of coming across like Major League Baseball with our PDO that we have in minor league baseball, where things are becoming the same across the board as Sammy Betry comes to the plate. I've not been to too many facilities. Been to the University of Miami a couple times. They've got a nice spot out there. UCF, University of Central Florida, was first pitch in there for a strike. Is a beautiful facility. Everything is on campus. You don't even need a car. There's jobs on campus for you. All their stadiums are on campus. Bars, movie theaters. There's even a CVS on campus at UCF. So the count moves to 0-2. And Dan Haloti, the voice of the Cannonballers, our regular broadcaster, as this pitch is lined to the second baseman for the first out of the inning, chimes in and asks where I'm going to go to broadcasting school when dirt and grass gets too much. I don't think dirt and grass will ever get too much. I can always put a growth regulator out so the grass doesn't grow too high. But I don't think I need broadcasting school. I think I just need some practice there. I was never a big school guy. But I think doing little things like this is fun, and that'll be my extent to broadcasting. And unless we need to fill in somewhere, Jackson Reed takes that one low. Enjoy doing this. Not the easiest thing to do in the world. After 6 games, or the 3 games now that I have done, I've run out of some things to talk about, so I can't imagine doing 66 home games. The 2-0 pitch is lined out to center. It's going to be a single to start off the inning here with 1 out.
Now batting number 5, Colby Cruiser.
As our favorite name in the showcase is up to bat, Colby Cruiser. Matt just unmuted his mic to join us back here.
I had to for Colby Cruiser to be up at the plate here.
First pitch to him is in there for a strike. Give us a random fun fact, Matt. Something nobody would think about or know.
I'll have to think about that one.
Gotta be on your toes, Mr. Millward. 0-2 the count now. Pitch on the outside corner.
Well, for those that don't know, Barry's campus is absolutely beautiful.
Never been there. Might have to check it out one day. This pitch is fouled back. How's Penn State's campus?
It's a nice campus. It is.
Is it as massive as their band and football stadium?
You could say
One of
that.
the best bands in the country. As this pitch is popped straight up. Second baseman camps under it in shallow right center field, for the second out of the inning. So what was it like doing halftime shows?
It's a lot in front of a lot of people. I think performing in front of 100,000 people, it gets a little nerve-wracking.
Let them come to the plate.
Especially when you're trying to memorize music or memorize formations.
So what's harder, actually performing as the runner's on the move, throw from the knees, gets over the second baseman, but the center fielder's out there to back it up?
Man, if second base was in shallow center field, that would have been a great throw.
It's been a long week, Matt. So what was harder, performing or practicing for all that?
Practicing. Without a doubt. It's like a sport. Practice 4 days a week.
Yep. This pitch is in there for a strike, 1-1 count. Austin McIntyre asking when his favorite player from the Cannonballers gets to come in and play. Mr. Lanzilli, which is a great name. Gonna have to look up and see where Lanzilli is at. Not sure if he's still with the White Sox organization or not. He was a great kid, very respectable human being. Was Austin, our director of operations, favorite player as this ball is driven out to center field. Center fielder's under it, and that'll do it. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Berry College leading 4-0.
Now batting number 15, Garrett Lang.
Garrett Lang stepping up to the plate here to start off the bottom of the 6th inning for Berry College. So our pitcher for Rochester's got to tie his shoes.
Just had a quick visit from Washington and Lee manager Ted White.
Yep, great guy. Great team, great organization.
This guy's really battled last night.
This pitch is popped straight back. Catcher coming back for it. It's going to be in the seats. They did have a great battle last night. Late inning heroics down to their final out with the winning run at the plate. Home run out to the building in right field. But Rochester was able to keep their composure and put up 4 in the 10th inning. So Julio asked about the building in center field as that pitch is in there for in the dirt for a ball. The building that is out there that you see extended out from the batter's eye behind the Nova Credit Union sign is going to be a smokehouse, and yes, it will have bathrooms in there as well. That's going to feed the tavern as well as serve as a small concession stand. And they're going to have some good barbecue out there by our friends from Ferris Brewery, I believe it is. And Rusty's going to run that. Great guy as well. Got a lot of great people here in Kannapolis. 2-0 pitch, swung on and missed.
Tim, I wonder if there's so many season ticket holders here this morning because this ballpark truly is like a church to many. You know, this is their church service this morning coming to a baseball game.
It is. One of the ways I described Kannapolis when I got here, so that pitch is up and in for ball 3, is it's almost like a movie. When we're built on the old textile mills. When the textile mills went down and the city kind of died a little bit back in the 80s and 90s, there was nothing here, and the only constant they had was baseball. As this pitch is fouled back. The baseball has been the only thing really keeping the city alive.
I feel like that's the case in so many communities, though. Is the minor league team is so integral to the community.
It just feels different here. I don't know if it's just me. I mean, I haven't worked in other minor league places but here, but it just feels different. They come out to, when our team shows up, they're here with their rosters in hand, ready to go. A lot of them are here with the college rosters in hand and following along. And it's just a different feel. It's a great family atmosphere. Glad I made the jump to leave Florida and come here as that pitch is swung on and missed. Catcher drops it, throw over to first for the first out of the inning.
That just seemed, not to put Lang down, but that just kind of seemed like a lazy swing right there.
Yeah, so just like Bull Durham, it's the Church of Baseball.
Number 4, Caleb Spikes.
As Dan Haloti asks, any tips on good vocal care and keeping pacing of the game and sharp on air? Vocal care, I went to umpire school, so I screamed a lot and lost my voice, so I've got strong vocal cords, so I don't lose my voice very often, as the office would probably hope I do, but sucks for them. As Caleb Spikes comes to the plate here.
I woke up this morning and gargled some salt water.
I woke up this morning and said, oh no, it's cold, and came to work, drank some water as this pitch is fouled back, and got going. And keeping the pace of the game and whatnot is just whatever. For some people, it's natural. For others, it's not, and I just feel like some of it just comes natural to me, and if I studied a little more, it might be a little better, but my main career is taking care of the field. So that pitch is in the dirt.
Voice of the Ballers, Dan Haloti, will be joining us for Game 2 today.
Trevor asked if the radar gun is active. It is active. It was an 82-mile-an-hour pitch on the last one. This one's clocked in at 89, up. As Mary asked for some more things about the players, we do not have a media guide on the players. We have their rosters and whatever the coaches tell us about them. And Matt's got some of the fun facts about the players as this pitch is popped straight up. Third baseman's calling for it. So we don't have a media guide. We just have the rosters, but Matt's had his fair share of conversations with some of them, and he's got some of the fun facts there next to me.
Now batting number 2,
That's why we have the comment section open here, so if you guys have anything fun to say, we'll be more than happy to read them on air. Tommy Bethel comes to the plate. Got another Kobe Cruiser family member in the chat here. Kobe's got a lot of fans. Tommy fouls this one straight back. 88-mile-an-hour pitch. A 1 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. 4-run lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Big home run by Levi Cloud in the 3rd.
Bethel, just a freshman out of Atlanta, Georgia.
We appreciate your feedback, Cindy. Like we said, I'm the head groundskeeper, joined by the general manager of the Cannonballers, Matt Miller.
One's a little high.
Trying something a little new for us. This time of year we can do different jobs and learn new things about the sports industry and things we don't normally get to do. So enjoying our time up here before we go back to our real jobs. This pitch is fouled back. I've had a lot of baseballs fouled straight back into the Food Lion warehouse. Behind our stadium we have a little shopping center with our grocery store, Food Line in there. There's a Subway in there, an ABC store, a couple other things. Chinese restaurant that my staff loves. This pitch is in the dirt.
Off speed 78 miles per hour on that last one.
Think you can throw 78, Matt?
I probably couldn't. No.
Probably couldn't either. Maybe with a pitching machine.
We'll see what he comes at him here. Deuce is wild. Bringing some heat.
Chopper to the 3rd baseman. Across the diamond. Off the bag. Ball gets by the 1st baseman. Catcher's there to back it up.
We'll see what the official score is on that one. Looks like they're going to call that an error on the throw.
E5 from our official scorer. Number 9, Charles Pulaski comes to the plate.
Scoreboard operator's a little confused. Unfortunately, she put the error up on the wrong side. That'll go down as an error on the Yellow Jackets.
As long as our official score has it correct, we're doing all right. Again, we're all learning new jobs here. Our scoreboard operators, this ball is popped straight up. Scoreboard operators, our events coordinator here for the Cannonballers. The 2nd baseman makes the play, and the error does nothing. So, after 6 complete innings, Berry College 4, Rochester 0.
Now batting number 4, Alec Ellison.
Alec Ellison stepping up to the plate here in the top of the 7th inning. This pitch, first pitch, lined out to right field. It's going to drop in for a leadoff single. Walker asks how many times a week I mow the grass. All of that varies. So far this winter, I have mowed 4 times. since October.
Now batting number 32.
In the summertime, it all changes. It kind of depends how fast we're going, if the team is in town and whatnot. When the team is in town, it's every other day for the most part, depending on weather. When the team's not in town, it might be twice a week. Got to let it leaf out and let our roots get back to work here as Quincy Jacks takes the first pitch for a ball. You have a lot of games going on like this, whether it's consecutive in one day or consecutive days, start to get compacted in there, and you've got to loosen it up and sometimes just let it grow. Pitch on the way is up. 2-0 the count. Berry College has a side armor in their bullpen. Rochester's got a big righty in theirs. Pitch on the way, chopped foul. More and more fans seem to be filing in here. Church should be letting out soon here on this beautiful Sunday, late Sunday morning. Here in Kannapolis, there's not a cloud in the sky as the pickoff play to first, nothing doing. My favorite pattern to mow. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of mowing. I don't typically do the mowing. I've got my retired friend Georgie, as that pitch is in there for a strike, that does a lot of my mowing for me. Takes up a lot of time, and I don't have the attention span to sit there and like to do it. So if I get somebody to do it for me, I do. But there's a lot of different patterns. We have a wave pattern we've put in. Pick-off play. Nothing. Put a wave pattern in the outfield. Done some checkerboards. Done some diamonds. I like trying new things. Pitch is fouled back. Count stays at 2-2. I like to get the fans' feedback, and what the fans like to see is what I'll put in there. But usually when we get to the heat of the summer, you won't see patterns too much on Bermuda. It doesn't take to a pattern too much. Once the ryegrass is out, it's not there too much. When you see those big ballparks like Seattle and whatnot, they have bluegrass out there, so their stripes up very nice. As this one is kind of hit into no man's land. Second baseman can't make the play. Right fielder was coming in, couldn't make it either. The ball's going to be foul. Ball was hit out there in little corner close to the bullpen. It's kind of a no man's land area out there. It'd be one heck of a play if it was made. So Quincy gets ready for his 2-2 pitch. Pitch on the way. This ball is driven out to left. It's just foul. Just down the line. Missed it by about 3 or 4 feet. Berry College still leading 4-0. Rochester looking to try to scratch away a few runs here. We're getting later in the game, running out of opportunities. This pitch is driven out to left field. Left fielder is able to make the play on the line drive. Runner on first is going to have to retreat. And he's just back in time. First baseman wasn't able to handle the ball. Actually hit the runner going back into first.
Now batting number 8, Ethan Jacquet.
Appreciate it.
What happened on that last play?
As Ethan Jacquet makes his way into the box, has his hoodie underneath his jersey. So he lines this one over to right field. That ball's going to get down. Runner's going to have to hold it second. We're going to have first and second here with one out.
Now batting number 14, Robert Constantine.
As Robert Constantine makes his way to the plate here. So Walker Brook talks about the attention to detail in mowing, yeah. Giving Walker a chance to mow the field and show him what it's like out here as that pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. Hitter thought it might have been a little bit away. Everything that goes on in professional sports requires a lot of detail, no matter what department you're in. That pitch is outside for a ball.
Do they have people in their dugout doing this too?
They should be.
Runners on first and second here, 1 out. Top 7. This pitch is fouled straight back. Matt jumps up attempting to catch it, but just a little too short as that ball goes over our heads. Matt is getting ready to plug his headset in again here as he.
I thought we had one come back here in the press box.
I was hoping you were going to catch it. I was going to buy you lunch if you did. Take a look over to the good old Chop House across the street. This pitch is called strike 3 on the outside corner. 2 outs here. Top 7. Berry College looking to break up a little bit of this momentum here. As the birthday boy yesterday, Alex Gonzalo, is coming in to pinch hit. Alex had a crushed fly ball out to left field yesterday, but with as strong as the wind was blowing to right field, it just held up and didn't even make the warning track. Had it been today, that ball would have been probably out of the stadium. It was absolutely crushed. We had 20-mile-an-hour winds blowing to right field yesterday, so nothing out to left and center was going anywhere. First pitch to him is in there for a strike. Just asked, do I mow the grass based on home pitchers' tendencies? Example, ground ball pitchers. Yes and no. So the grass situation has changed over the years as this pitch is fouled straight back. You used to let your grass grow higher if you had a lot of teams that bunted. So Berry College, for instance, if there were a rival school coming into town, I'd let the grass grow a little bit higher so ball slows down, or maybe shorten it up so the ball gets to my infielders faster. But not as much anymore as things have changed and technology has changed. Everybody's, for the most part, as that ball's fouled back, 0-2 the count. As things have changed up, everybody would rather have more consistency over the play across the board. But the dirt actually gets changed up a lot. I water in front of home plate a lot based on my pitcher. As this pitch is lined out to left field, just foul. Depending on my infielders and how they like the infield, some infielders like to have a slower infield, so I will loosen up the infield mix a little bit, and so ground balls are a little slower. Deep in the 5-6 hole, that's an area that I try to keep very soft, so our shortstop has a chance to make a play in the hole, or our third baseman has a chance to get over to his left. The second base area going back up the middle, I try to keep that as hard as I can and as fast as I can, so the ball gets to the outfielders quicker, so they can make plays at the plate. As this ball is flied out to right center, right fielder's under it, it's going to make the play, and that's going to end the inning. Berry College gets out of a little bit of a jam there, and we're going to head to the bottom of the 7th. 4-0 Berry College. Back here at Atrium Ballpark, bottom of the 7th between Rochester and Berry College. 4-0 Berry College. Another fun thing about mowing the grass based on pitchers' tendencies, when I worked for the Marlins, Ichiro Suzuki, when he played there, had specific mow patterns. If he, as Joey Garcia comes to the plate, if he was playing right field, he wanted the grass mowed in straight lines from home to first, or first to the outfield, however you want to look at it, as this pitch is blooped over to the second baseman for the first out of the inning. If he was playing center field, he wanted the lines as they are now, as you see on the field, home to second. And if he was playing left, he wanted the line straight out from third to the outfield. And he used it for his depth perception as Nick Brunswick makes his way to the plate. He used those lines as his depth perception and how hard he needed to make his throw and where he would line up his throws as he would throw them to the plate, throw them in to the infield, and wherever they had to go as the first pitch is low for ball one. So everybody's got their different ways of doing things. Catchers prefer their circles different. Infielders prefer their areas different. As that ball hits him in the elbow.
Oh, it's second hit by pitch for Brunswick.
Another hit batter in this game. It's got to be, what, 4 or 5 hit batters we have so far in this game? Through 7.
Batting number 8, Riley Ools.
I believe that is the 5th one. 4th one. But they've all been Barry players that have been hit.
Interesting.
But Brunswick, he's on fire. I would say he is my leading candidate for showcase MVP.
Okay. As Riley Lewis takes the plate. First pitch in there for a strike. My assistant Jonathan and I almost had a mix-up earlier this week, Matt, getting ready for these games. We forgot that we're going back to 15-inch bases as minor league baseball uses 18-inch. I had to find another base.
Oh, I didn't realize we're going back to the...
For college baseball and high school, they use 15. Yep. And Major League and minor league baseball uses 18-inch bases, and it's a different base peg that's in the ground where the base goes. And... you know, since we don't use them during our season, obviously, it's called strike 3, out number 2. Had to do a little bit of digging to find the other base peg.
Now batting number 22, Levi Cloud.
And some people might think, well, 15-inch to 18-inch, how much of a difference does it really make in the base size? It's massive. It's a pizza box versus a to-go box. As this ball is fouled off to the right side.
I'd rather have the pizza box. Said I'd rather have the pizza box.
Depends what kind of pizza's in it. What's your favorite type of pizza, Matt?
I like thin crust. Actually, deep dish is good. You know, every trip to Chicago when we go see the Sox, I always have to have some.
Ground ball to the shortstop. Nice play by the second baseman to stay on the bag. That'll end the inning. Heading to the top of the 8th. Berry College still leading.
Now on the mound for Barry, number 31, Cole Porter.
Colby Porter taking the mound, sidearm righty for Berry College. As Julio asks why MLB ballparks tell fans during tours did not step on the grass, and a few days later they host concerts on the field with a couple emojis. Because you got to think of the grass, it's a living thing. You're taking care of a living thing. The more traffic you put on it, the more it's going to get hurt. Imagine somebody constantly putting their hand over your nose and you can't breathe. Even though it might be one time, it still hurts. It's the sacred part. That's where our job is at. And yeah, they host concerts and put the stuff on it, but we put protective covering for concerts. We also replace areas as the first pitch.
Oh.
Sammy is right back at Porter.
Great
Welcome
stop
to
by
the big
Porter.
leagues, Porter. He'll make the play and field his position. But you're putting protective stuff on the field. You're replacing the grass afterwards. There's a lot that's underneath the grass that nobody sees that, you don't want damaged and whatnot. Kind of like today, had we played with the frost, I'm shifting my organic layer underneath, which can have major consequences later on, as the first pitch to Jackson Reed is a strike. So you want to keep the field as sacred as you can. It is a living thing that you're taking care of. And every step that happens on that field has an effect on the ball and has an effect on the outcome of a play as this ball is in the dirt. You have similar rules here at Atrium Health Ballpark and any professional stadium you go to, and even college. It's stay off the field, stay off the grass, use the warning track. It's just one of those things. It's kind of like going into somebody's house with dirty shoes. Take your shoes off before you go in there. It's just the respect for it. So that pitch is in there for a called strike, 1-2 the count.
Very interesting motion by Cole Porter.
He's got that sidearm motion going almost all the way down to the ground a little bit. Changes up his angle.
5'10" sophomore, 155 out of Valdosta, Georgia.
Very hard angle to see as this pitch is lined out to center field.
So to put in context, that last pitch, 65 miles per hour.
As Trey asked about the ball snaking on the outfield grass based on the lines, yes. So if you see a checkerboard pattern out there or a diamond pattern, the ball will snake based off that pattern, and the stronger that pattern is burned into the grass, the more bold that it is, the more the ball's going to snake. As this ball is lined out to left field and caught by the left fielder, and that's going to end the inning. As Porter comes off the mound happy after that one, headed to the bottom of the eighth with Berry College still leading. But yes, the ball will snake based off the mow patterns. If you watch our field during our season, I will not put too many cross patterns on my infield as I don't want the ball to snake. Players are not big fans of it. They like it to be very basic, so everything comes straight to them, and it's true. We're going to take a short break here in Kannapolis. Bottom 8, Berry College still in the lead. Back here in Kannapolis, Thomas Blades is taking the mound for Rochester. Another great name, giving Cruiser a run for his money there.
Now pitching for Rochester, number 1, Thomas Blades.
Blades came in on Friday night and completely shut out the Susquehanna Riverhawks. Rochester took the lead in the 7th. A 4-run 7th put them up 7-6. And Blades just shut the door from there on out. So picked up the win, 2 2/3, no hits, no runs, no earned runs, no walks, and 3 Ks, and literally shut down Susquehanna. So we'll see what he can do here today, if he can preserve that top of the 9th and see if the Yellow Jackets can put together a little bit of a rally.
Yeah, he's going to look to shut the door here and get a hold on Berry College.
But as a groundskeeper, I mean, that's got to be a pretty awesome last name, Blades.
Oh, that's amazing. That is amazing. Looks like Matt Reese's older brother is at the stadium here visiting us.
We also have a pinch hitter here for Barry, number 7, Jacob Bridges.
This pitch for him is fouled straight back. Casey Betty, our bat dog, is behind us trying to get somebody to throw her tennis ball. As the 1-1 pitch up and away, ball 2.
Bridges, a sophomore out of Loganville, Georgia, 6'1", 180. Went to Archer High School.
The 2-1 pitch is outside, moving the count to 3-1.
Appeared in 6 games last year, so looking to insert himself in the lineup. Heading the count 3-1.
Pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. 3-2. 83-mile-an-hour changeup there. Looks like Blades has a tendency to mix up his pitches. Doesn't tip anything, it doesn't appear to be. Very confident on the mound. As this ball is driven out to right field. Easy play for the right field out there in right center. First out of the inning. Garrett Lang makes his way to the plate.
Now batting number 15, Garrett Lang.
Susquehanna's down here getting ready for their second game, the second game of action today here at Atrium Health Ballpark at 1 o'clock. This pitch is grounded to the shortstop, thrown across the diamond for out number 2. Susquehanna will take on Washington and Lee at 1 o'clock. And that will conclude our Division III showcase.
Number 4, Caleb Spite.
Julio asked what Casey does during the offseason. She plays a lot of fetch. She sniffs a lot of grass and hangs out with us in the office as this ball is lined out to center. And that'll end the inning. Blades comes in, 3 up, 3 down, does his job. Rochester is going to look to see if they can tie this ball game up while Berry College is looking to shut them down. Casey, has Casey done any school visits, Matt?
1 or 2.
So
yep,
she does a couple school visits. She is used for a few other things. She was on MLB Network for some awards that they were giving out this offseason. If anybody requests her, we definitely bring her out, but it's kind of the office dog in the offseason. And then comes out during the season to retrieve some bats, a few innings out of the ball games. Runs the bases on fireworks night. And we'll be right back here at the top of the ninth.
Now on the mound for Barry, number 3, Mason Snyder.
Mason Snyder coming in to pitch for Berry College here in the top of the ninth. Rochester looking to get something going here. They have 5 hits on the board. They were shut out, or they were no hit through, I believe, what was it, Matt, 4th or 5th inning?
Yeah. First hit in the 4th.
As Josh Letta makes his way to the plate. And Julio,
Now batting
fun
number
fact about
16,
Casey Betty,
Josh
her name is
Beal.
spelled K-A-C-E-Y, and it's Casey Betty for short for KCB and Kannapolis Cannonballers.
Or Casey at bat.
For Casey at bat. So first pitch is in there for a strike. Pitch is down in the dirt. 1-1 the count. Knapp's older brother is attending here from Charlotte, North Carolina. Got some locals. Check swing. They said he went. He is not happy about it. 1-2 the count. Pitch on the way. Other ball popped foul into the picnic area. Right field.
To return all foul balls and home runs to the dugouts.
Again, the conclusion of this game, we will have a little bit of a break, and at 1 o'clock, it will be Susquehanna against Washington and Lee to wrap up the Division III showcase. If Barry holds on here, 1-2 pitch on the way, swung on and missed, first out of the inning. If Barry does hold on to this lead and takes the win, it's not necessarily a tournament here, but you could say they're showcase champions, as they will be the lone undefeated team, winning all their ball games, playing great baseball, and I believe they are the youngest team in this showcase.
Our young Peyton Manning's back up to bat.
Alex Ellison. Julio asks, what is being built at the old Intimidator Stadium, and when will it be open? I believe it's warehouses.
Yeah, so it'll be a distribution center. Chick-fil-A, one of their largest distribution centers on the East Coast, will be in that spot.
That area was, from what I had heard and reading about it when they were building up, had interesting land there. It was a little too low, as this ball is right back up the middle. Single here with 1 out for Rochester. They could not build, there were certain structures like apartments and stuff that could not go in there because of the way the land was, and it was too low and sunken down or something of that nature with that area. As we're going to have a pinch runner here for Rochester, number 6, Henry Jameson. As Quincy Jackson comes to the plate. Appreciate the kind words, Kenneth. Hope you enjoyed your time here, and hope to have you guys back next year and see you guys during the season. If you guys are ever in Kannapolis during the minor league season, come on by and say hi. Pitch to Quincy's in there for a strike, 1-1 count. One pitch on the way, swung on and missed.
Love to see a 9th inning rally here.
I'm going to go away from my broadcasting duties on that one and be a little biased here, Matt, and say I'd like to get the field set for the next game as quickly as possible, so I would not. As that is a
great
strikeout.
off-speed pitch.
Handcuffed him a little bit there. That was a great pitch.
74 mile per hour, looked like curveball.
Now batting number 8, Ethan
Rochester, we
Duquette.
appreciate your kind words as well. We hope we helped you out with the scoring a little bit for you guys. As Ethan Duquette is coming to the plate. First pitch in there for a strike. We hope that all teams have safe travels back home. Good luck for their season.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, both of these teams on the field right now have great seasons ahead of them.
They do. They do. They play great baseball. They have great pitch calling, great talent.
I mean, the Yellow Jackets coming right out of the gate. I mean, these are the first games of the season. And to come right out of the gate and start 2-0, which could be 3-0 if they rally here, but if not, 2-1.
Especially when you think about it, and they don't have a lot of them didn't play any games till they got here. They might have had one game under their belt for the season. As this ball is grounded to the first baseman, he's going to come up with it, and that's going to
That
do
will
it.
do it.
Berry College will remain undefeated for the D3 showcase as
I feel
Rochester
like,
falls.
do we need to
behind.
take a Gatorade cooler down there and dump it on the players?
I'm going to go ahead and say do that on the warning track, please, as, again.
The groundskeeper would not enjoy that, but
No. But that is it. Safe travels back for Rochester and Berry College. I'm Tim Siegel, your head groundskeeper. I got to go down and get ready for Game 2 of this showcase. It's accompanied by Bat Millard, our GM, and we'll be back here at 1 o'clock.
We have William and Washington and Lee versus Susquehanna at 1 o'clock. So stick around. Again, Washington and Lee and Susquehanna will be playing at 1 o'clock.